Cat by the Tail is adorable. This is the seventh Salem's Tales book, and I have to say, it's really sweet. There's one bit I didn't love, but it's a bit of a spoiler, so I'll discuss that towards the end. But generally, I really enjoyed this. Oh, and before I forget, here's the little flip in reverse because I'm holding it with my left hand. It is, I think, a little hamster. Very cute. So in this book, Hilda finds this little kitten, which is a pretty good likeness to the description, and they put up flyers to try and find the cat's owner, but nobody comes forward immediately. So it's hanging around the house and generally doing what cats do. And Salem becomes jealous because understandably it's an adorable little fuzzball. It's getting a lot of attention, and that means Salem is not. And it starts to play with Salem's toys and getting in the way and eating bits of Salem's pizza. So he hatches a plan to try and get rid of it. But then his own feelings start to change in ways that he hadn't expected. And I won't say any more than that just now, but I will, with a spoiler warning, discuss a specific in a moment. But it's really adorable. The entire thing is in the Spellman household, which is actually unusual. I think there's one other Salem's Tales book that takes place entirely in the Spellman household up until this point. But even then, that has some outdoor scenes. But it works. It doesn't feel like it's stale or like the narrative's not going anywhere. It makes a lot of sense. The editing is really good. It's very well written. This one's written by Sarah J. Verney. That's the back of the book for anybody who's interested before I get in with the spoilers. And as always, we have pretty large writing size and relatively short chapters, ideal for younger readers, particularly readers who are just getting started with chapter books. And it's really sweet. I liked it. I liked how it ended. I liked how it developed. I liked Salem's character development. There wasn't anything in this that didn't work. It's a nice little 15-minute read, and I felt like I was there. I can visualize the house, the characters. It's definitely very descriptive. Really thoroughly enjoyed it, except this one bit. So, spoilers. The only thing left that I have to say, well, a couple of things, but these are spoilers. So if you haven't read it, I recommend you read it first. Come back and let me know what you think. And the spoilers from now. First of all, the cat's real name, Tidbit. Absolutely love it. I thought that was an adorable name. However, I didn't like the fact that this man just came into the house. And I don't like the fact that he knocked on the door and the door just flung open because the door would have been locked. If no humans were in the house, they would have locked the door behind them, whoever left last. And it doesn't make any sense that the door would have opened. And even if it did open, let's say it was a dodgy latch or something, he wouldn't just walk through the house. So I kind of didn't like that. I didn't think it was very believable at all. They could have easily kept the narrative the same by having Sabrina answering the door and then the guy barging into the house. That would have made a little bit more sense and it would have been more believable, and I would have bought into that part of the narrative more. But that aside, I loved it, and I could very clearly picture Killer and Tidbit, and it was adorable. So I can overlook that one thing because the rest of it is pretty sweet. Cat by the Tail is definitely a very adorable read.